I am Ellen Coe. I am originally from Indiana, and I'm living in New York now for over a decade. I am an actor, and I am the artistic director of Floor 5 Theater Company. I was always hamming it up hardcore for performing for my family, for teachers and friends, but my formal training was in dance, so I was familiar with being on stage and performing. I left dance behind after college because I love dance and I still do, but I never wanted to do it professionally. And then I just kind of got sucked into normal working people jobs, but there was something missing still. So for a creative outlet, I started doing improv here in New York. And it just grew and grew and grew, and I love improv, still do. And one of my mentors said, if you want to take your improv to the next level, you really need to look at acting school. And I was like, oh, acting school sounds like hell. My own personal custom hell. But then I found a program that actually fits with my whole approach to life. So the technique is called practical aesthetics, which is taught at Atlantic Acting School. And I did their 2.5-year program, and there's no looking back. So I do a lot of comedy, improv, and sketch. I'm in a sketch comedy team called Model Majority, and we have a monthly show. I'm in a mime troupe, which is really, it's more like clowns doing mime, called Silent But Deadly. And we also have a monthly show. It's at the Crane. And I pick up little shoots here and there. I basically will do anything and everything that people let me do. And then I'm doing Zooms, which is the play that Floor 5 Theater Company premiered. We're taking it to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. I hope to have a little more control over my projects in the next 5 years. I hope to produce more. I hope to write more. I hope to create work that I'm not necessarily in, but really reflects who I am on the inside, not just appearing on camera. Floor 5 is my ensemble from Atlantic Acting School. We all went through 2.5 years together. We graduated together. So to me, that means that we have seen each other at our best, at our worst. We've driven each other crazy. We've comforted each other, and somehow we've managed to stick together. So it's just people who you know you can trust and who you know will be there for you. It's kind of like we're like veterans that served together overseas, and we saw some things that only we know what it's really like. With my comedy work, I really believe that comedy is healing. And if I can make one person, like if I fall on the sidewalk and make a big deal of it, and some random passerby laughs at me, I'm not embarrassed, I am fulfilled. If I can make one person laugh, I feel like I've made the world a little bit brighter. In a show, in real life, even in an audition, if I can make one person laugh, I'm good. And so that's how I'm healing the world. My favorite stand-up is Tiffany Haddish, no question. I love her so much. She has an amazing memoir called The Last Black Unicorn, and she actually narrates the audiobook version of it. I recommend it to everyone. It's so easy to think that a celebrity has their life be so easy and handed to them she's been through it, and she's held on to her positive spirit. She's made so many people happy. She's still figuring out herself and her own work. She talks about that. She's just so, she's so inspiring, but also approachable and accessible. Like if I could just have a whiff of what she's putting out there, I'd be very satisfied with myself. My living room. I love living in New York. I love living in Manhattan. It's in the middle of it all. But at the end of the day, I love kind of like a meditative space, and my dogs are there. I love listening to the traffic noises outside because it reminds me that there's all this hustle and bustle going on right outside my door, but I'm a little removed from it, but I'm still part of it. I'm just gonna say what I had this morning because I really love it. Fresh pineapple and spinach in a blender with water. Just smoothies. The world is here for you if you want it. You don't have to be happy, but if you want to be happy, you can. If you want to suffer and feel like there's some nobility in suffering, go ahead and suffer. The world is whatever you want to make of it. I'm going to look at some old videos that I found in my closet that are they're like 20 years old. And I'm gonna see what's there. It's kind of like leafing through an old journal, but in a digital way.